Hey, it's a delicious seafood duo, a creamy bacon top chowder and a garlicky wine-infused scampi. Oh, today we are learning the secret to a perfect New England clam chowder that's hearty enough for a main meal and mastering, listen to this, mastering a 10-minute shrimp scampi and the trick to a velvety restaurant finish. Hey, from the soup pot to the sauteed pan, it's a seafood masterclass you do not want to miss. That's all coming up right now on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome to the kitchen. I'm Angie Corley, joined by Chef Jon Walker. He is my guest today, a seafood expert who, listen, millions of TikTokers, yeah, they're sharing his tips and tricks. We have him right here. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we were dancing and getting down.
We were.
You know, it's going to be a great show. Delicious, already smelling fragrant and beautiful here in the studio. So the pot is cooking. So when you are not maybe teaching TikTok on how to cook, he also runs the Tides Market in Safety Harbor with his wife, Mary Kate, and his family, who's also the inspiration behind the first dish that we are doing today. It's a clam chowder. And does this remind you of Christmas, I understand?
It does. So in my family, growing up, we always had a big Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. And so it was the big standing rib roast and Yorkshire pudding and the whole thing. And so the night before, we always kind of took it easy and we made clam chowder.
From New England or something?
No, my parents are from the Midwest. I grew up in South Florida, so it was just a thing. My grandmother really liked it. My mother liked it. It was an easy meal.
Yeah.
There was usually 7 or 8, 10 for dinner. So it was just something nice and easy that we could do. So I'm going to add a little bit of bacon here. I'm sorry, bacon. A little bit of flour here.
Okay, good.
I'm making a roux.
You already made that bacon. I see it over there. It's still calling my name, Chef.
I did. So I wanted to talk about the bacon because no good chowder starts without bacon. So we start with a little bit of bacon. We pull it out so we can use it as a garnish afterwards.
Okay.
But we get a little bit of that bacon fat in there.
Yes.
And then we added a little bit of butter so that we could make this roux. And we've sauteed some onions and some garlic and some celery. And so we're just going to let that cook for a minute.
Okay. I see some other ingredients there. Are we going to wait or do we put that in now?
We're going to go ahead and season this up because now we've got the flour in there. This is our house seasoning. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of that. And this is a Creole seasoning that we make at the restaurant as well.
Now, you know I'm going to ask, can I smell and maybe guess? No, I'll probably get it wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, let's see. Some garlic.
Yep.
I've some onion powder.
Yep.
Some paprika.
Yep.
Is it smoked or not?
It's smoked.
Oh, ha, ha!
Only smoked.
Ding! Oh, see, that's good. Is that, is that oregano?
There's oregano.
I'm like 4 for 4, 5 for 5. I better stop right now. What else is in here?
So it's smoked paprika, onion, and granulated garlic.
Okay.
Thyme, oregano, basil, and then all of the 3 peppers, black, cayenne, and white.
And you can kind of make this and maybe save it, or can we just buy it off the shelf?
You can come into the Tides.
Okay.
We are working on, we've been working on packaging this, so we don't quite have that all figured out yet, but if you come in and ask for it, we will sell it to you with no problems.
Okay.
No questions
Did you
asked.
hear that? A little inside more scoop. I love these tips. So while that chowder is getting started and we're going to get that perfect silky texture, when we come back, we'll add the stock to our kind of second spectacular seafood dish, Shrimp Scampi. It is all about the speed, and that is ahead on Dinner DeeAs while I steal some of that bacon. Kitchen with the seafood specialist himself, Chef Jon Walker. So on the menu, on the stove, is a classic clam chowder. And later, we'll be shifting gears to make a pasta dish that Chef Jon says is the fastest way to a flavorful dinner. Okay, can't wait for that. So if you're just joining us, hey, we'll allow it, right? But as long as you know, show up on time next time tomorrow, because before the break, here's what we did. We kind of crisped up some delicious bacon and then took it out of the pan to cook up the base of the onions, the butter, the celery, the garlic, adding that flour, salt, pepper, granulated garlic, and some delicious homemade Creole seasoning. Now it's time for the next part. Now this stock is the fish stock, but that does not look ordinary, Jon. Did you do something special, Chef?
We make fish stock that you can buy from us. We keep it in the freezer, in the market. So this is part fish stock and part clam chowder. So I did thin this out with a little bit of, I'm sorry, clam
juice? Okay.
I'm making chowder.
That's great.
So I'm adding this just a little bit at a time, and you can kind of smell. It smells like fish. It's starting to.
Oh wow, that's so much more depth of flavor. Wow.
Well, that's what you get when you make the stock yourself.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then I did buy clams. I wanted to see what I could buy locally and not from a distributor for clams.
Okay.
So I found some clams in juice. That were in a can at your grocery store.
Sure.
And I bought a couple of those. And so what I did was I took the clams and I strained the juice off. And I put that into my fish stock. So it's kind of a clammy fish stock.
That makes sense. So even if we have to buy the stock, just add maybe that clam juice to it. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Great. Another pro tip.
Exactly. So now this is going to come up to a boil, and we're going to let this reduce, get it to the consistency that we like.
Okay.
I like to cook my potatoes separately.
Okay.
So I don't like to put potatoes in the chowder. I've got a pot over here, and so I'm going to leave that there.
Okay.
And so I've got some potatoes here that we've peeled and diced.
Okay.
And we're just going to
love that particular kind of potato.
I use an Idaho potato.
Okay.
Just your regular baker potato. We
Yes.
peel them, we dice them, and I like to cook them in here. And the reason that I like to do that is because I like to know the consistency of the soup first. So I get the soup to the consistency that I want.
Look at that.
And that way I don't have to worry about all of the starch and the parts of the potato that are going to make it too thick.
Of course. We're going to take a little break. We're going to come back, and that's where the secret's in the slurry. Okay. It's ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Hey, welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. This is where your need for dinner meets our supply of fresh ideas. Okay, so we're like halfway through our seafood showcase starring a classic clam chowder. Plus, we're about to do the other half of this delicious double bill of shrimp scampi. Oh, cannot wait. Okay, so both dishes, thanks to this buddy right here, Chef Jon Walker from the Tides Market in Safety Harbor. Okay, so the seafood story so far. To our clam chowder, we just added fish stock, a little clam juice, then brought it to a boil while we cooked up some delicious potatoes in here. In a separate pan, you'll notice, and a chef's hack. This is really to keep the consistency, right, Chef?
Yeah, so you want to set the consistency of the soup first. And the problem with chowders a lot of times is these potatoes have a lot of starch, or it's not consistent. It's different from potato to potato.
Okay.
So we cook them ahead of time, and we get them to the desired doneness, strain them off, and then we put them into the soup. And then that way, the potatoes are going to continue to break down a little bit. It's going to thicken a little bit.
Okay.
Chowder should be thick.
Absolutely. Now, when you say done, how long are we cooking these potatoes, or how do we know when they're done?
So I like them to be just a little bit past fork tender. So fork in and out easy,
Almost
but you
slide off.
almost want them falling apart a little bit too, though.
That'll
So
really
it's just
thicken.
a little past that like hash brown stage.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right, step 2, in the pot, gravy, celery, garlic. We're going to add those potatoes, a little cream, and then a little something special. So I know, let's get busy. Now, first of all, I don't know where you got this cream from, but it looks like you whipped it and frothed it yourself. Did you create this in your garden?
I did not. I did not. But you can see it's a little clumpy. Cream does rise to the top. I'm going to add that much to start with.
Okay.
And I'm going to stir this in. So this is heavy cream that we get from Dakin Dairy. Dakin Dairy is in Myakka, Florida, which is just east of Sarasota, and it's a grass-fed dairy. So the next thing I'm going to add is called Squirt Squirt.
Okay.
So it is a mixture.
Can I get a what?
You can. And so this is a mixture of Colonel Pabst Worcestershire, which is a small batch Worcestershire out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Everything we have has a reason and a story, right? It's small batch, it's thick, it's not like any other Worcestershire sauce that you've ever had.
Right.
So we do 2 parts of that with 1 part of Crystal hot sauce to make our Squirt Squirt.
Oh, is this a creation that you came up with?
This is a creation that I came up with. So I'm going to add just a couple of tablespoons. It's kind of like an umami bomb. It doesn't really have like a distinct flavor in and of itself, but when you add, sometimes when something doesn't need salt, but it needs acid, it needs something to kind of round it out.
Yes.
I found that that's what this does. So It's also the base for our mussels and our New Orleans style shrimp and grits. So that's where the name came from, because I have a bunch of cooks that were putting too much of this mixture in it. And so I kept saying it's in a squirt bottle. So I kept saying all you have to do is put squirt into it, and that's it.
That's a squirt?
So
I can
that's
get
why
one.
it's squirt. It's because it's more of a unit of measure than anything else.
Gotcha, because I still cannot spell Worcestershire sauce. I can barely say
either.
that. Okay,
But you
good.
can
That's two
you
of
can
us.
spell squirt, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah. So I put some bay leaves in there,
Okay.
just to kind of round it out, just to give it a little bit of floral. I feel like we're in a really good spot from a consistency standpoint.
Okay, because the
So-
color is wonderful, the aroma is beautiful. The color
Absolutely.
has changed 3 times.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This is a great recipe. Oh, our potatoes.
Our
Okay,
potatoes
we're
are
going to take
done.
these out.
Yeah, and so all I'm gonna do with these is I've got this cute little strainer here. So I'm just gonna take these
Okay.
from here, and you can see, I don't know if
I
you got
can-
a
I
camera,
can
but
see,
you
yeah.
can see they're almost starting to, they're fully cooked.
Yes.
You could mash them, or you
All
could just
right.
put them in your chowder.
And should we rinse these? I know the magic of
can.
TV, we can rinse them or not put them into the stock.
You don't have to. Again, it just kind of depends on the potato.
The potato. Okay, potato.
So I like to cut the potato, peel the potato, cut the potato, and then I rinse it until the water comes clear.
Perfect.
And that washes the starch away. That washes a lot of that other stuff away.
Gotcha. All
and
right.
then clams. You gotta have clams. You gotta have a lot of clams. So this is a clam that I bought, again, at a local grocery store. This is not something that came from one of our distributors. It's not something that's hard to find. You can get this anywhere in your canned protein aisle, believe it or not.
That's right.
And it's just clams and juice. And you
Yes.
want to look for something that's got a clean label. So it's going to be clams,
Gotcha.
juice, and salt.
Wonderful.
That's it.
Expensive on the clams?
No, they were like $3.79 a can. I used 4 cans.
Wow.
And then you've got
That's
potatoes.
rich. I mean, look how rich this is already.
Yeah.
It's not even fully thickened up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we need to bring this back to a boil. We'll let everything kind of meld together. Some people say, why don't you put the clams in at the end?
Right.
These are minced clams,
Okay.
chopped clams, so they can be cooked a little while longer to
Oh,
give them
good.
to make them a little tender.
All right, well, we're going to scoot on down. I'm coming to your side of
We
the
are.
fence here.
Come on, I'm gonna
And
turn
we-
this up.
And we're going to get down to part 2 of our dish. This is a version of the shrimp scampi. Now, our version of this next recipe is on the Tide's TikTok. Guess what? It has 1 million views. What makes this dish such a hit?
It's so easy.
1 million views?
so
People
easy.
are liking it. They're loving it. Come
People
on.
like the demystification of seafood, and that's all we're doing.
Okay, did you like dance with this or what else?
I don't do the dance.
Come on. All right.
Sorry,
We got
I
our
can't-
hot pan
I don't
ready.
do the dance. All right, so we got a pot on for pasta water.
Okay.
And I've got just a little bit of salt, so we always have to salt the
Salt
water.
the water.
Right. We
Okay.
are using fresh. This is fresh black pepper linguine that's made here locally in Tampa. Now,
Wow.
that being said, you can use any pasta you want. Any
Okay.
linguine works, any spaghetti works. If you like something smaller,
Any shape,
any shape,
it doesn't
size,
matter.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. If you want to use a stuffed pasta, you can do that.
Okay.
This is make it how you want to make it.
Okay.
So we're going to start with a little bit of avocado oil. I find that avocado oil has a high smoke point, and it's kind of a neutral flavor.
Okay.
So we are going to put that in there, let that get hot. We're going to season our shrimp. And again, this is our house salt, pepper, garlic mixture, equal parts.
Those are ginormous shrimp.
These are, look at
Those
that.
Look at that, I was about to catch it.
I'm like
Bam!
a gazelle.
You are. You're a
Telling ya.
ninja in the kitchen.
Yeah, this is a 13-15 count, which means there's 13 to 15 per pound. They're brown shrimp from the Gulf, and this is what we use every single day.
I love it.
So we've got a nice hot pan, and you can tell because that oil is just sort of shimmering, as they say.
Love
I'm
that.
actually going to turn this up a little bit higher.
Okay. Love that. I noticed that you took the heads off, the tails off. Do you have a preference?
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're having shrimp in a pasta, you shouldn't have to deal with the shell or the head.
Yeah,
or
just get
anything.
down on it,
Just
yeah.
let's get the shrimp,
Yeah.
you know?
Let's get the dish.
That's just something else that people have to deal with at the table, and it's just easier
Messy
this way.
fingers.
Yeah.
My shirt is already, my jumpsuit is going to be a hot mess after I dig in here.
That's
You know what I
right,
mean?
That's right. You don't want to do all that. You just want to eat.
That's right. So
Right?
true.
So we're going to get this started, and we're going to add a little bit of garlic. We're going to get this cooking. Scampi typically means garlic, white wine, parsley, lemon.
Okay.
Classically.
Wonderful. Love that. Okay, while you saute, let me just tell you, we're minutes away from plating 2 incredible meals. So make sure you join us after the break. Wow. Hi everybody, welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, where we're making a clam chowder good enough to hold its own, whether it is Christmas, according to my guest, Chef Jon Walker, who actually enjoys it as a festive family tradition, hard to say, easy to eat, you better believe it. He's also making us a shrimp scampi, which he calls quick and flavorful. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, here's how the chowder got to where we are right now before the break. We added cream to our onions and celery and garlic, plus a little squirt. That's a mixture of Worcestershire sauce, plus crystal hot sauce, plus we cooked our potatoes, and then the canned clams, and finally a bay leaf, and then brought it all to a boil, let it simmer for about 20 minutes while we started that delicious smelling shrimp scampi. That's garlic, seasoning them with salt and pepper and that granulated garlic, then adding white wine, let it reduce. Ooh la la, chef. Oh my goodness, what are you doing now?
I'm just putting a little lemon juice and a little bit of parsley in.
Oh.
I'm going to put just a little bit more of our salt and pepper garlic mixture in.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then I am going to start mounting this with some butter. And you say, that's a lot of butter, but this is for more than one person, so it's actually okay.
Oh, that is more than, I thought that was just mine.
Well,
We always
just for
share.
one person.
Oh,
So
that
all
butter.
we're doing is just kind of working that around a little bit. Our pasta here.
Oh, now this is linguine we have, I see. But you said we can use anything, any shape,
anything.
any
Any
size,
shape,
whatever
size.
pasta you prefer. Oh, I don't know if I'm smelling the scampi or the chowder. All of it smells dynamic.
Cool thing with this, if you want it spicy, add some crushed red pepper. If you don't want it spicy, don't add it. If you
Okay.
want something else in there that you like, add it.
Maybe, right, maybe
It's your
some
own.
other seafood. Yeah, we can kind of tailor it
Just
to be
because we're
exactly what
calling
we
it
want.
scampi doesn't mean it has to be some rigid thing. It can be whatever you want it to
I
be.
love that. Well, this chowder is calling me, Chef Jon.
let's
Is this
plate some
almost
up.
ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you do it because it's probably going to look better. It's always better when someone else serves it. Oh my goodness. Could we like splash a little sherry on this, make
You
it
could.
bisque? Could we blend it up if we wanted to do
You
that?
could. Well, so I wouldn't blend it.
Okay.
But if you wanted a little bisque, that's good.
Oh, no blending. Why no blending?
Because the potatoes.
Ah,
Chowder.
chowder. Yeah, you want that bite of
Yeah.
that.
So we're going to add just a little bit of bacon, or I know you, I'm going to put a little extra in there. And then I like just a little pinch of parsley.
Okay.
That's really it.
Decadent.
And that
Gorgeous.
That's going to fill you up. You could eat that for dinner.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
and lunch and breakfast and you
Yeah,
name it.
For all of it.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful.
All right, so I'm going to plate this up too.
Okay.
If that's all right with you.
Oh, I think it's great with me.
Okay. All right. So
Ready
what
for
we're going
this?
to do is the cool thing about putting the pasta in here and tossing it all together is now my sauce is already on the pasta.
Right.
So as you see, there really isn't a lot of sauce left in the pan, and that's okay because it's all in the noodles.
That's where you want it. And
Yeah.
I love it. It probably just absorbs really quickly
It does.
when you toss that.
So we're just going to give it a little twist to kind of keep it all together. And then I'm going to put, I don't know.
Wow. Yum, yum. Look at this. It smells incredible. You will love this for dinner and beyond. This would make a great family platter. I love shareable platters for the family.
Absolutely. You could totally plate this up and then everybody could get their own. And the only thing that I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to put a little more of this parsley on here.
Oh,
Like so.
voila.
And then the last thing, just because I really like the lemon, I'm just going to take a little bit of lemon zest.
I love the zest. And for you, that of course makes it a little brighter.
Yep. Again, it's that salt versus acid. And there you go, shrimp scampi.
Voila, dinner is ready. All right, well, you know what we need to do next. Sample. All right, one side for you and a little for me. Oh, all right, here we go. Oh my goodness.
You
I
can
love
double
that.
dip.
We can double dip?
You can double dip.
Oh, I can double dip. That's Christmas in a bowl. That
the
is
bacon kind of brings it
unbelievable.
forward. Yeah, it's
This is thick, it's hearty, it's rich, it's flavorful. It's not overdone. I love the clams, the potatoes have the bite. Homemade. Wow, this
Here's
is
the
so
thing.
special.
This whole thing maybe cost $15 to make.
And affordable at that. And you
Yeah.
said it was easy.
And there's enough here, you could probably feed 6 or 8.
Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable. Sorry, number 2. Boom.
Number 2.
Because you got to taste as we go.
So these shrimp, I'm really proud of these shrimp. We've
Look at this.
we've got some really great suppliers. This is an incredible piece of shrimp.
I got to just get the whole full bite. Now I'm going to look crazy because it's hard to kind of twirl this. I know I should do it the proper way, right? With the spoon.
I
And
just put it all over the counter.
you can, if you were home, listen, you know we'd be scraping. Okay, I don't even care.
I'm doing it with you.
Oh, baby.
It's like lemon, wine,
Give me some.
butter.
Bam. That lemon zest put it over the top.
Over the top.
It's not overdone. It's not greasy, oily. It's flavorful. The garnish is dynamic. I love oh my goodness, the shrimp are soft. They're not overdone.
USA shrimp, chemical
Bam.
free.
And it was super fast.
Super fast.
Now we can watch a movie and sit down and go back for leftovers.
That's it. That's it.
Unbelievably delicious. I see why Michelin loves you. All right, make either of these dishes. Do it tonight. Please grab Chef Jon's recipe at dinnerdeas.com, or if you want him to make it, oh, you could do that. Head over to Tides Market, right in Safety Harbor. Come on down.
3rd and
A
8th.
Michelin-recommended. Really big deal. And no less. I'm Angie Corley, along with Chef Jon. See you next time with more ideas for dinner. Now go get to cooking. We get to eating. All right, which one? Some more.